traders, welcome to the TMT stock market strategy video for Wednesday, October 5th. All right, so we get a little bit of selling to the downside. We did get some movement, which was nice to see, a little refreshing. That markets can go down at least for a day. We'll see what happens today. Usually, we get a 1 or 2 day move lower, and then the markets move up. So we do have non-farm payroll numbers that come out on Friday. We also had a big move in gold. Had a bunch of emails. Had some good analysis yesterday. I pointed out gold does go lower. Look out for a break below 1300. Sure enough, we got that. The only thing about gold when you're trading, because it does trade, it's a 24-hour continuous contract, and obviously when you're trading the GLD or the GDX, the ETF, depending on your broker, depends on what time you get online. Sometimes 7, sometimes 6, sometimes 5. A lot of the move has happened already. But in this case, with gold, with GLD, it happened late enough that a lot of you caught that move, or at least identified the move. So that was great. Hats off to you guys that caught the GLD. I'm looking for lower prices, not too much lower. Remember, guys, in gold, I am a better buyer than a seller. And what does that mean? Meaning that the longer term picture in gold is actually intact. And I do believe that gold is in the second stage bull market. So any extreme dips to the downside should be at least nibbled into the long side. Okay, meaning that you want to buy maybe a little bit for the longer term guys that are interested in the commodity. It's a good hedge for your portfolio. So it's something to take a look at. And I do believe that there's a lot of headwinds in the markets to come. Might not be the fourth quarter, but 2017, I think the markets, if you think 2016 was difficult, I think 2017 is going to be a little bit more tough, at least right now. Remember, everything does change. So let's get right into it. There's a lot of stuff that I want to cover today. Here is the VIX. The VIX at $12 to $13. You got to be very careful. And like I keep mentioning, we have extreme complacency. Now, the markets can be, if you will, stubborn longer than you guys can, all right, and me, all right? So we can all, markets can stay complacent for a very long time and shake a lot of people out before it does make the move that you anticipated. So, you don't want to be stuck into that type of rut. So, anyway, VIX at these lows, you have to be very careful because at any given moment, this thing could explode to the upside, giving a sell signal in equities. And remember, there's a ton of shorts in this asset class, the VIX, okay, which is volatility, all right? So be very careful because if something does happen with Deutsche Bank or Commerce Bank or anything out there in Europe, and we get a little bit of fear, this thing will explode. Not a question about it. All right, now we get back to oil. Oil rallied last week. As you know, it's been up about 6 trading days in a row. Don't buy up here. It doesn't make any sense to buy up here. There's 2 caveats to this thing. One, obviously, was the OPEC thing, the reducing production up to 700,000 barrels yesterday night, 2 o'clock at 5 o'clock yesterday, Tuesday, here in the States. We get our API number, American Petroleum Institute, and they came out with a large draw, and that rallied gold up another dollar from here. So this doji really is not. This is end of day. WTI crude, the commodity, but it does not show the after hours. So it's up another dollar from here, which is coming into some really big resistance, okay? Really, really big resistance. So I wouldn't want you guys to be looking to buy this here and anticipating a breakout. If this is going to break out, let it break out. It'll back test, creating a bull flag above 50-ish for a move probably to 55. I think oil is pretty much done at around 55 bucks, if that. Okay, there's a lot of supply out here, and OPEC again does not have the juice it had many, many years ago. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is just basically a trading vehicle. Oil should not be more than about $30-$35, if that. And more production is coming online, so you have to really be careful with this. This is just obviously algo's going crazy. Looking to buy it. Even Goldman Sachs mentioned algo about the algorithmic trading. I read a big article in it a couple weeks ago, and also Goldman caps oil at 55, meaning that's an extreme high at 55. So at this type of move here, if you're looking to get into it for a trade up to 55, believe me, everything that does go up does come down. You could see this many times here. We go all the way down, we come all the way up, and now we just went into this apex of this triangle, which we broke out of. Okay, and that's what it needed to break out of this triangle, was the OPEC meeting. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up, all right? Just be careful with oil if you're looking to buy it up here. Can it go higher? Sure it can, but why? Let it come back in again for some better high prior probability trading. Okay, so here's the UWTI. This is something I would rather trade than the USO. It's a triple, and remember, guys, let it come back down again somewhere into the 22 area, and then look for higher prices from there. But it needs to take out this local swing high here at 28.70. That's crude. Now let's get into gold. Here's the Huey Bug Index. This is the Gold Bug Index, and you can see here we broke. This is a weekly chart, so this is very significant. We broke the 200 week moving average here at 214.90. Next stop is going to be somewhere around here, around 189.30. As you can see on a weekly, we're getting a little bit oversold in our slow stochastics. MACD still has a little bit more room here, so I'm looking for somewhere in this area here, and then I would reevaluate. I'll put some fib numbers down here to see where is a good spot to buy in. This is yesterday's chart. I showed you 1300 has got to be key. If it does break 13, look for a big flush. And I had mentioned for weeks now, I said, guys, gold, gold is not the place to be buying here. We lost momentum. You could see this here in our MACD. I'll show this to you on the other chart. 38% comes in at 1251, coincides nicely with the 200-day moving average of 1254. Okay, I like gold here. Right, I wouldn't. When I mean here, meaning for a little bit lower prices. But if we lose the 200, we're going to flush down to 1220. That's pretty much where it needs to hold. 1200 needs to hold pretty pretty well. Otherwise, you're going to see a big flush even lower. Okay, so but it needs to hold here. And if it can stabilize in base like it did here, I'd be a better buyer, meaning looking to buy here for another move higher. Okay, you can see that in the GLD. Now I'm showing you big areas of resistance and support. This is off our premier video, which we charge $69 for. It's absolutely bar none, and obviously we bring it down into a shorter term time frame. So you guys have that are actively trading these commodities and indexes. We give you high probability areas of support and resistance that you can trade off of. But just wanted to show this to you in this video. Here's the GLD, guys. You can see we're coming into support right here. We lost a 61.8% retracement, and as you guys know, follow me, I mentioned a double top area measured down to this area here at 120. So 120 looks like it's going to be that spot where we get that fill of the double top confirmation where it measures to. And it would not surprise me if we got back down to 116, 118. You could see that here. So that descending triangle here with the double top worked well. All right, so just keep an eye on these lower prices here. 120 is 120, 119, 120 is where I'm going to be watching for stabilization in the GLD to gold. Here's the GDX, big move lower. You can see here, lost that 76.8% retrace. We're probably going to get back down to 22. And if 22 doesn't hold, 19, 20-ish here in this area is going to do the same. And I mentioned here when we had the symmetrical triangle, looking at RSI and MACD, we're going lower. This had nothing to do with these little moves up. Were just fake moves and should have been sold into. You could see that here clearly in the GDX. All right, now let's take a look at our spiders. And I mentioned here, to me, this is nothing but a bear flag. This is not an uptrend channel. A lot of people on Twitter, if you will, supposedly technicians or traders, kept saying this is an uptrend channel. Uptrend channel means it's an uptrend, meaning above price. This is below our consolidation price, so this is not nothing but more than a bear flag here. So now we need to see yesterday's low get taken out, and that if yesterday's low gets taken out, guys, that would be a big flush to the 210, like I've been mentioning. This is an area here where I'm looking for our target for this move lower, from this move lower back in early September. Okay, and then we'll see what happens from there. We'll take it from there, one step at a time. This is a 214.50 needs to get taken out for 212.50 for a 210 price. And again, this is our premium video charts that we show you guys, and we identify patterns and obviously target areas. Okay, 60-minute, and here is the transports. Transports held this key and pivotal area of resistance, and almost to the actually to the penny. I tried to break out a little higher and then failed. And now let's see if transports start to roll back down. That will give us more of a bear case that the market is ready for a little bit of a pullback. Same here with IWM. You can see that here. I'm holding steady of the TMT proprietary price channel. And yes, I get questions every day. Is the TMT still on a sell signal? And it is on a sell signal. And last is the Qs. And you can see here on the Qs, we're holding. Qs is definitely the strongest of all, obviously hanging above the 21 EMA, daily EMA, so SMA, excuse me, daily SMA. So we need to really see if this thing starts to break down. If tech starts to break down along with it, then I think you'll have at least a quick flush to the 210 in the spiders, or at least 2100 in the ES. Okay, right now the ES is basically flat, trading at about 2144. All right, guys, have a great day today. Watch that Department of Energy numbers that come out at 10:30. More than likely, if the API has a draw, this will have a draw as well, and that could put a bid into equities, at least in the morning session. Have a great day.